the ultimate GTA Online business tier list. Now in this video, we're just going to be listing all the businesses and ranking them. So if you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want, and let's get started. So here is a list, you guys. We have all the businesses and all of the tiers. I changed some of the tiers. I have buy it now, A, B, C, D, and then delete from the game, because why are some of these even on the list? Why are some of them even on the game? We're going to be looking at all of these. So let's go in order. We have the apartment, which is the OG Heists. Now, if you guys played the game back in 2014 and 2015, you remember how badly we wanted the Heist update. It was rumored for such a long time. It was confirmed for such a long time, but we never got it. And then we finally got it, and everyone fell in love. It's still one of the best ways to make money if you're a new player. Just buy an easy high-end apartment and then do all the heists. And they even made an update where you could play it with only 2 players now. You don't even need a full, you could do it with one friend, all of them. So even if it wasn't the best, that alone brings it back up to a must buy. If you're a new player, you must buy this. It's so easy to do now, even easier than before, and it still makes you so much money. Even compared to today's economy in GTA Online, it still makes so much money. Next, we have the arcade, which is the casino heist. Now, the casino heist, it is very fun. I mean, we all always wanted the casino to open up, and then they finally opened up, and then the DLC after the casino DLC was the casino heist DLC. And this was fun. It was a big update. It added some cool cars, and the heist itself pays one of the best out of any heist. I think it pays more than the OG heists and the Doomsday heist. So, but I will only put this at A, because the OG heists, you have 4 heists in the apartment you could do. And this, it's cool, but you have to buy arcade, which is already about $3 million for the cheapest one, compared to this, where it's about 400,000 for the cheapest one. So also this, it does have a lot of setups that you don't even get paid for. So I mean, unless you're just skipping straight to the end with a random person, I would not buy the arcade, because if you have a high-end apartment and just one other person, you could do all those heists. You have to pay a expensive fee just to buy an arcade, and then you have to pay to set it up, and then you have to do all these setup missions you don't get paid for. So that's why it's an A, but it's still a very good business. And one more thing I should be adding on here, I'm going to start adding on now, is that inside the arcade there is a little bit of stuff to make money. You have the safe, which doesn't really get you that much money. I think you have something else, like a mini game or something, but yeah, that's not the main point of the arcade. Next, we have the Arena Workshop, which is basically just all the Arena War stuff. Now, this DLC, I mean, it was fun. It paid pretty good when it was double money, but I mean, there's still a lot in this DLC. I think it's one of the most underrated DLCs in the game ever made. So I think it's really overlooked. You can make some pretty good money with this. I mean, a lot of people don't play it anymore, so you might have trouble finding full lobbies, but if you have a full lobby, like when it's double money, if you have a full lobby, or even just a few other people, you can make some really good money with this. So I would honestly put it at B. I know that's going to be a hard take, but I think it is really fun, and it makes good money. And that's what this list really, what I'm basing it off of is not just the money alone. That's going to be a huge factor in what I rank these, but also how fun it is. Like, if something is repetitive, even if it pays pretty good, it's not going to be at buy it now just because of the money, because who's going to want to sit, I know some people do it, but who's going to want to sit 5 hours every day and do the same mission over and over? Even for a lot of money, I wouldn't do that myself. Next, we have the bunker. Now, the bunker, The bunker has actually a lot. You could unlock special customizations for vehicles and weapons with the bunker. So that's really cool. I think that was the first business we got that with. And you have one of the best AFK-ish businesses you could have, which is the bunker. If you buy your bunker supplies and just let it sit there for about 2 hours and 30 minutes, I think it takes to fill up, and then you just do random missions in between that in free mode, that actually adds up so much money. So this, and they're pretty cheap too, so this might be, I mean, if you're a new player, I would definitely buy it before the arcade, but it doesn't pay as much. I mean, it pays about 200,000 every 2.5 hours. But if you do have a full MC business, you could get a lot more for that. So I'm gonna put it behind the arcade for that. But it is still a really good business. Next, we're getting into some of the biker businesses. First, we have the cash. I think this is one of the worst businesses in the game. Do not get this. It doesn't pay good at all. I mean, it's AFK, I guess. I mean, if you do have all of the MC businesses, if you add all of those up together, I mean, you'll make some pretty good money, obviously, but just basing these off alone, I would not get that at all. The Coke is a much better option. It's still pretty trash, but it is the best MC business you could get. Again, with the bunker, you could do an AFK money making method, which is just buy the supplies, wait like an hour and a half, I think it is, for the Coke to cook or whatever it is, and then go and sell it, and in between, just do a few missions in free mode. So, but it is not, they are repetitive missions, and it doesn't really pay that good, so it's gonna have to go and see. The crates, now this was one of the first, was it before the biker DLC or was it after? I kind of feel like it was before, because this was in the summer, right? Anyways, the crates, still one of the best. It pays so much. A large warehouse gives you 1.1, or maybe it's 2.2. One of those two. It's been a long time. But I do have 800 total crates collected. And if you go to 1,000, you get a secret golden statue in your CEO office. That's pretty cool. But the crates are still a good method. It is really repetitive, but it is very good money. You have a small fee to pay. I think it's 20,000, and then you basically get 60,000 extra for each crate. So if you buy 3 crates for 20,000, you get about 60,000 back. So that is a good investment, and they're pretty fast. They're pretty easy. I mean, they are repetitive, but they're fun. People still do a lot, and I'm gonna put it in front of the Arena Workshop if I can. There we go. Now, the reason why it is not at A, because the bunker is AFK, and I think that is a huge factor. I mean, if you don't have to do anything, that is a lot better than having to grind out repetitive missions. Now, if you had the option to buy crates, and like after 2 hours you have a full warehouse, that would put that at number 1, but you can't, so that is why crates is at B, but it is at the front of B. Next, we have the docks, delete, we don't have to talk about that. Facility, now this is the Doomsday Heist. You have 3 heists added in this update, and it is one of the biggest ones, still even to this day. When it was released, I think it was the biggest DLC ever to be released. It is still one of the biggest to be released, and is still so much fun. It did add some cars that people did not like. I mean, it went heavy into the futuristic part of the game, and I think this was when the futuristic part of GTA Online was at its peak, was when the Doomsday Heist was released. But if you think about it, it was really fun looking back at it, and it never really felt repetitive at all. And it made some pretty good money too. I think you can do it with 2 people still, so that is, I mean, it's not as good as a casino heist. It's not as, actually, yeah, it is as fun as a casino heist. We're putting it in front of the arcade because it has 3, and it still pays good too. Next, the Hangar. Now, I was actually watching something about this week because it was double money, and someone said that it is one of the most underrated businesses. But I don't think so. No, no, it is not. It is trash. It's it. It's not even AFK. No, it's not AFK at all. You have to fly these terrible planes, right? These planes are so hard to control. They made it like that on purpose too. I remember watching Brofi1322 back in the day. He even confirmed that they made the planes terrible on purpose just to make you crazy during these missions. And it doesn't even pay good at all too. For the work you put in, it's even more work than the crates that you put in for the Hangar. And you get paid worse than even Coke or cash documents. Is just terrible. Do not buy it. Do not buy it. Unless you have millions of dollars and you just want something fun to do in the game. Do not buy the Hangar, please. Not at all. Not even for the plane storage. No, just don't do it. Next, we have the Kasakta. This is by far one of the best DLCs in the game. This heist, the Cayo Perico heist, you could do it solo, which you could get $2 million solo. And if you have 4 people, you could get $5 million, I think it is, at max. I think that's where it caps off at. That is crazy. And it has one of the best people too. It has Pavel in the submarine. Just for that main character alone, it's the #1 thing you must buy. I am new on PC, and I got the premium edition, so it had an apartment. So I just did some apartment heists, and then saved up enough money to buy the submarine, and then I grinded out Cayo Perico. I grinded it out, and now I have about $10 million with, after just about doing it like 5 times. So that is really good. It's a must-have, because if you ever need quick cash, if you find a method to do this, I have a method where you job teleport around the map. I could do this in under 30 minutes. That is crazy. Buy it. It's a must buy. That deserves its own video, so I might make that a video. The #1 thing you must buy, a submarine. Next we have the Meth Lab. What is this? I honestly forgot, but again, it's shit. Don't buy it. Next, we have the Nightclub. Now, the Nightclub takes all the MC businesses, the bunker, into one. It's basically merging all the businesses into one. And it is, for that reason alone, it's better than a lot of them. But it doesn't pay as much. It's AFK. I don't think, obviously you could source your MC stuff inside of it, but if you're just going about the Nightclub alone and like only buying the supplies, it's not that good. I mean, it has some fun missions, kind of, if you want to. I mean, honestly, they're not really fun at all, because it has some of the most annoying people ever, the DJs. No one even touches the Nightclub anymore. So honestly, I mean, it's still pretty good, but it's not a must buy at all. Next we're doing this first. Green, I mean, it is the second best, but I wouldn't buy it, but it's okay. So that will be our first D and probably the only D we have. And then we have vehicle cargo. Now the vehicle cargo, this is kind of like a second version of the crates, but even better. First, it's GTA Grand Theft Auto. This DLC basically is just Grand Theft Auto. That's exactly what it is. You go around stealing cars, you make a pretty good profit. Every car, the high-end cars, sell for about $100,000, and I think you have like $10,000 for a customization fee or whatever. So in profit, you make about $80,000, and you could sell these cars every 15 to 20 minutes. So that could get you about $400,000 in an hour, which is really good. Definitely above the crates, I would say. But also, because it's so fun, it goes above the bunker. It's not better than any heists, obviously, but it is so much fun. And I would honestly say if you're looking for fun and good money too, I would buy it. I would really buy it because I still use it. Now next, we have the agency. This is the newest one as of the time making this video, and there might be a part 2, so even a few months later, this is still going to be relevant. But anyways, the agency is, I mean, it's decent. The first 2 contracts, you could do them in about 30 minutes, so an hour for the first 2. They don't really pay that good. The last one takes about 30 minutes too, so an hour and 30 minutes in total. It pays $1 million, which it's not the best. That's about $400,000 per hour. Yeah. So I would not buy this if you are a new player, but it is still so much fun. It is so good seeing Franklin back in the game. And the contracts, when they're double money, they're so good. The payphone missions, they're so good. So I would put this above the crates. I would buy that above the crates, above the not the heist. But it is so good, so much fun. I would get it. Because it does make some good money too. Then we have the worst thing ever, the vehicle workshop. Do not buy it. It has the two most annoying characters ever added in any GTA game. It has KGB or whatever his name is, and they're so annoying. They're always like, they always text you, "Hey babe, come over, sell some vehicles." And even when you sell the vehicles, you don't get that much money for them. The missions are repetitive. Do not buy it at all. Then we have the Night Shark, not Night Shark. We have the then we have the MOC. This, I wouldn't buy it. It goes along with the bunker. I mean, if you have the bunker, why not just buy it? But I wouldn't buy it at all. No. It does have some cool missions, but you don't even need it to upgrade to the Mark II weapons anymore. You could just do it in the agency. So that is also why the agency is up there. You could do basically everything in the agency. Next, we have the Terabyte. Now, this does have some pretty cool missions. I think Rockstar even forgot about this because they never make the double money anymore. They never make the Terabyte missions double money, and they are really good when they are double money. So I would put this above the arena war stuff. I would put it above the Nightclub, even though the Terabyte was added in the Nightclub update. It is still so much better than Nightclub, and it is better than the MC businesses. And to be honest, it's better than the other. And to be honest, it is better than the bunker. But again, the bunker is AFK. So I'm gonna put it at the front of B. I think that is a very good spot for the Terabyte because it is just missions. They are repetitive, but they pay still, even not double money, pretty good. They're fun. And it is one of the best vehicles for surviving. I mean, it takes so many missiles to be destroyed, so it's still so much fun. And then the yacht. Don't buy it. $10 million just for a few missions you get with a yacht. Don't buy it, guys. Even though I have one. But if they allowed us to drive it, straight to us. Straight to us. No, not even a question. If we got to drive the yacht, straight to us. Must buy. So that is the ultimate GTA Online business tier list. If you guys made it this far, thank you so much. Leave a like if you like it this far. Subscribe, and I'll see you in whatever video I make next.